Hey everyone, welcome back to ECarC. My name is Eric, and today we are going to start our Arrma Granite 4x4 brushed motor mega challenge of getting 30 miles an hour out of this thing. Now we have our Sky RC GPS. We have our nickel metal hydride pack that they provide, 8.4 volt. We have our stock radio gear. This is going to be all stock for now. We're going to do a baseline and see how fast we can get just in its current original form, and then we're going to take a 17-tooth pinion gear, throw it in there, and see what see what speed we get. According to Arrma, that's all I need to upgrade. I just need to upgrade the pinion gear. That's what they told me. I contacted them over there, and their technical support said that's what I have to do. So we're going to see what we actually get. I do not believe that I can get 30 miles an hour by just using a 17-tooth pinion gear and their original equipment. Maybe if I upgrade to a 2S LiPo. It's also lighter. This is very heavy. 2S LiPos are maybe half the weight. That might help out a little bit to get a couple miles an hour. I'm not quite sure, but we're going to find out, because I don't feel like it's right that they're advertising 30 miles an hour if you can't even come close. If you get 28 miles an hour, okay. 27, maybe I'll give it to them. If you're not even close, I don't see the point of advertising 30 miles an hour. We're going to take this outside. We're going to run it. We're going to get some speed runs in, going back and forth. Not going to really bash it. We're just going to see if we can get the speed out of it first, because of course they say optimal conditions and optional gearing. Let's see what we get. Okay guys, so we're outside here. We got our 7-cell nickel metal hydride battery and just our stock electronics, and we're going to check out what we get. This is with the stock pinion, no upgrades, nothing. We're just going to get a baseline to see what speeds we get out of this stock, to see what we have to do to get 30 miles an hour. All right, let's see what she does on a nickel metal hydride. Make a few passes. Yeah, just like I thought. This guy's on 20 miles an hour. All right, guys, I'm going to swap the nickel metal hydride battery out for a 2S LiPo. It's a 60C 4000 milliamp hour Gens Ace. Let's see what we get. All right, that should be good enough. Let's see. Okay, we got 1 more mile an hour, 21 miles an hour. I mean, this is a little bit lighter. That's probably where we're getting the extra speed from. Yep, still at 21 miles an hour. All right, everyone, let's get this back on the bench. Let's change out that pinion gear, and we're going to try another run and see what we get. Okay, so here we are back on the bench. We're going to fast forward a little bit because I did contact Arrma. They did tell me, their technical support rep told me that all I need to do is upgrade the pinion gear if I want to get the advertised speed. So they said to get an optional pinion gear, which is a 17-tooth pinion gear for this, which I did. So all you have to do is remove the drive shaft and turn it over, and there's one screw on the bottom that holds in this like retaining clip, and I'll show you guys here. Once you pull that clip out, disconnect your motor cables, and then you can slide the gearbox out. It's kind of stiff at times, kind of hard to move out, but you slide the whole gearbox out and you have access to the whole thing here. Then you can open the gearbox cover up and you'll see the pinion right there. Easy swap, set your gear mesh, close it all back up, and just put it back in the reverse order. Okay, well, I did do something else while I was working on this truck. I also removed the SLT3 and receiver. This might end up going up for sale on eBay. I do not need it. I'm going to be using my FlySky GT5, which is my go-to radio these days. I already put my FlySky receiver in there and I'm all good to go. We're going to do another test on this, another run. We're not going to bother with the nickel metal hydride. We're just going to go right to a 2S battery. We're going to see what speeds we get. I'm thinking 24, maybe 25 miles an hour with the 17 tooth gear. We'll see. And if I don't get 30 miles an hour, I'm going to reach out again to Arrma and see what they have to say then. Let's go back out and do another speed test. We got our speed meter set up. We're going to see what we get now with the 17 tooth pinion. All right, let's bring it in. See what we get here. See that? That's all we get. 23 miles an hour on a 17 tooth pinion, and they expect us to get 30 miles an hour? Yeah, I guess I have to reach out to Arrma again and have a little conversation. All right, I'll see you guys back on the bench. So seriously, Arrma, are you just lying to your customers? 30 miles an hour? There's no way you can get 30 miles an hour out of this. There's just no way. I contacted Arrma. They told me, oh, you can go to a 19 tooth pinion, go to a 20 tooth pinion, depends on who you talk to. And I talked to their technical support. So yeah, I think we're just being lied to. Okay everyone, this is going to be our last effort to see if we can get 30 miles an hour or close. I think we will actually. I do have now a 31 tooth pinion. Now, considering that we started with a 14 tooth and now we're up to a 31 tooth, I don't even know if they should market this at, at 30 miles an hour. Either way, even if we get 30 miles an hour, who's going to buy a 30 plus tooth pinion gear and put it in here? There's really no torque. It has to kind of wind up. It's not really usable. Even the 25 tooth that we put in, it's not really usable because the motor just overheats if you start driving it on grass or dirt, gravel, whatever, anything that gives it a little more resistance or friction, it just overheats the motor. It's going to burn it out so quick. That being said, we're going to give it one more try and see what happens. I'm staying positive to see if we can reach 30 miles an hour. I do love these trucks. I really do. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but what I am saying is, yeah, maybe your marketing team should maybe work a little bit on how to advertise these. They're great as they are. I don't think anybody really cares if it's 25 miles an hour or 23 miles an hour with the optional 17 tooth. That's actually not that bad. It really isn't. 23 miles an hour on this truck, anywhere 23, 25 is pretty good. I think the sweet spot for it is anything between, say, 32, 38, close to 40. But if you put a good system in here, running on even a 2S LiPo with a Hobby Wing Max 10, you're going to get, like I did on my orange one, you're going to get 30 plus miles an hour. And then you throw 3S in it and it's a monster. You can actually really get a lot of speed out of these and a lot of fun out of them just by upgrading the electronics. I don't know if these electronics are good enough for me, but they're great for a starter or beginner. And the price I paid for this, if you just get the 17 tooth pinion, you're going to make a kid super happy. Jumping and flipping around. These things are, yeah, the body might get damaged. Who cares? You could buy a new body. These things are super durable, especially at that speed. I'm very happy with these trucks. But that being said, don't advertise 30 miles an hour if it takes this much work to get there. Okay, everyone, we're back out here with the Granite. We have our 31 tooth pinion in. We got a nice little area to run this. It's pretty long. We're going to see what we can do. This is our last effort. If this doesn't work, I'm going to call it quits. There's no way this is going to get 30 miles an hour if it doesn't do this now. Because the last time I had the 25 tooth pinion in, it had 26 miles an hour. I got to get close. I mean, even if it's 29 miles an hour, you figure, okay, with maybe a different battery, maybe you can get 30. All right, let's see what you can do. Start out here. I'm telling you guys, this thing has like no torque now. No torque. It has to really rev up. Yeah, it's going to take quite a while to get there. Even the brake, it's got no power for the brake at all. Let's bring it around. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. 29 miles an hour, guys. 29 with a 31 tooth pinion. It's got no torque at all, but we're almost there. Let me see if I can make a couple runs and see if I can get it to 30. Let's start all the way back there. Come on, we got to get 30. All right, let's see what we got. Oh man, 29 still. All right, something smells pretty funky. Okay, so this motor and ESC are super hot. Super hot. I'm turning this guy off. Hard to say, Arrma. Hard to say that this is, you know, a success for you. I'm not so sure. I love these trucks. About 30 miles an hour,